Welcome to a beautiful Monday morning in June where we are approaching the summer solstice. We have 2 weeks, and so I wanted today to impart some beautiful energy and some tools for you as you partake of this energy. Now, when I say partake of the energy, it's really using the energy of the planet that's already happening to maximize your own being, your own well-being. And with the summer solstice, if we look at the energy or the frequency of that, it's new growth, right? So it's the longest day of the year in our part of the planet, and it represents bright sunshine. That's when the sun is at its peak, and we experience the longest daylight. And so it's new, right? It is really welcoming the brightest parts of ourselves. So it's very symbolic. Life is very symbolic. And what that means is whatever's happening on the planet is the energy frequency of what's happening with Gaia is infused into the humans as well, just like a full moon. That full moon represents completion. So whatever you want to be complete with, it's a great time to use the full moon's energy to really surround you with, I want to be complete with this thing. I want to be complete with pain in the body. What do I still need to learn from this? I want to be complete with disharmony in these relationships. What do I need to be in my heart to help resolve this for myself, regardless of what anybody does outside of me? And that's the lesson of enlightenment or an awakening, is how do I come back to my center, to my truth, to the love that I am without needing anybody to do anything? How do I have peace, joy, love, health, freedom, happiness? How do I have all of those elements without needing someone or something to be different in my life for me to achieve that? Well, we do it through a frequency. That's why meditation is so important. And I will be teaching more on that, how to calm the brain. And I know you'll be saying to me, well, I can't meditate. I have ADHD, or my brain goes too fast. Well, welcome to humanity. Your brain has been trained to go very fast, and it's trained to go very fast from a young age of watching TV and getting fed a lot of input. This is why they now say that it's important to not give your baby screen time until they are 2 years old, because it's too much stimulation for the brain. And as you age, the brain continues to look for stimulation outside, and it doesn't learn to sit quiet. And until we learn to sit quiet, we cannot access that beautiful ethereal spirit realm where magic happens. So train your brain every morning. Spend time training, even if it's for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, then extend it for 10 minutes. I'm only going to think about my breathing. I'm only going to think about gratitude. I'm going to just go into as much gratitude as I can. And you just spend all that time milking it in those moments. And that's how you train your brain. It's okay that it runs amok. It's okay that it goes all over the place. It has been trained to do that. But what happens when we get into brain and heart coherence, the body settles down, the heart regulates, the nervous system regulates, our well-being thermostat goes way up. And it's a skill that takes practice. So practice, 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 set a timer, and just even for 3 minutes, I'm going to just focus on breathing. And when my brain goes to something else, I'll say, oh, hi, you're on this now, bring it back. Very simple process but takes discipline, just like you train your pet. Sit, stay, right? Do you remember training your pet? This is what I did with my puppy dog. Sit, stay. I do the same thing with my brain. I go, oh, hi, thoughts. You're all over the place. But now I'm observing the thought. And that's pretty powerful because I know I'm not the thought. Who am I? Am I the observer observing the thought? I'm not even the observer observing the thought. I'm something much more magnanimous than any of that. That's where magic happens. So give yourself 10 minutes at least every morning. I do an hour, not disciplined hour, but disciplined 20 minutes, where I intentionally sit there and focus and observe the body, what it's saying. And I practice observing without judgment. And then I go into deep gratitude for all the experiences. You will learn to master your life as you master your thoughts. And it takes a lot of practice. So don't give up. Don't say, I just have ADHD, I can't help it. Yes, you can. You can learn. So with that, summer solstice, it is the time to go out and be with the sun as it's coming up in the morning and give it deep gratitude for showing up consistently every day, and give deep gratitude to the earth for doing its perfect gravitational rotation. That's beautiful. Without it, none of us would survive in the human body. We would not have a planet to live in and on. So take full advantage of this summer solstice energy of growth, of newness, and what, sometimes the old flowers die and I deadhead them. So I wanted to use that analogy of what are you ready to let die or fade away in your own life. And to maximize the energy, I have come up with a little assignment, a little growth work to do. So this week in your journal, I'm going to encourage you to write down everything in life that is flourishing for you. So it could be my relationship with my other daughter is flourishing. We feel connected when we talk. My friendships are flourishing. My home is flourishing. For me, I go out in the backyard, the sanctuary, and these grapevines are so big. I'll take a picture and send you. Everything is flourishing around me, these plants. And can I bring my heart into flourishing, getting bigger, more compassionate, more understanding, more knowing the truth of who I am, more sharing that truth with others? What is flourishing in my life right now that I am so grateful for? My lungs are really good. My heart is really good. I am allowing those to even flourish more. And then on another page, write down those things that maybe you are, that are heavy in your life. It could be relationships with some of your offspring. It could be body parts that are in pain. It could be a struggle with your own emotions. It could be a fear of lack. I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough. I can't take care of myself financially. Whatever the burden is that is heavy for you, write that down. It's important that we become mindfully aware of what is weighing on our energy field. As we stated earlier, the body, the vessel, is a temporary communication device. It's communicating all the time. What are my hips saying to me? What is my tailbone saying to me? What are my muscles saying to me? Sitting down and talking to them, but write out whatever feels painful, feels like a struggle, feels burdensome in your life. Write them out, observing them, not being them. Don't identify as being the struggle. You're not it. You're not the vessel that's hurting. You're not the lack. That's just the ego's need to express itself. However it has expressed itself, you've called all these experiences to you, everything, for a learning, for an experience, and it's all communicating to you. So when you're aware of what's heavy in your life and you write that out, you can do so by observing it without judgment. And then as you write it out, go into the feeling. So I'll use my own tailbone. It has hurt to sit, to ride in a car, to do certain things. So I say, what is, and that's right at the foundation, right? That's at my foundation. And so I'll sit down and say, what is it that you need? And it was pushing. I was pushing it. I was pushing the body to get better faster. And I was doing things that was hurting it more than helping it. And it was really beautiful to just sit it down in front of me and talk to it and say, what do you need for this healing? Now, what's the feeling that comes with that issue? So we've mentioned some other issues on the call earlier. Let's say the frustration, the feeling shame with the frustration with your neighbors or with your community, whatever is going on. As you write that out, you go, what's the feeling associated with it? Frustration, hurt, anger, even shame. And go into those feelings in yourself and say, 3 questions you get to ask yourself in this moment. Could I let that go? Could I let go of the expectation that I need others to perform a certain way for me to be happy? Could I let that go? Would I let that go? Because could and would are 2 separate inquiries. It's possible is could. Am I willing to? Because the ego wants to hold on to these things. And we may need Lori's spitball process to help some of those psychological reversals, because our willingness goes way down when it's a pattern that we think we need to survive or we need to hold on to. But again, we're journaling for awareness. Could I let this pain go? Would I let it go? How does pain serve me? Well, many times in our childhood, we have felt loved by being in pain. We got love and attention from mom and dad when we were in pain, and we didn't maybe feel love and attention otherwise. All of these things are good information for us. Could I let it go? Would I let it go? When? Those are the 3 simple questions you get to ask yourself. And I have done this many times with clients that I'll hold a pen and I'll say, could you put the energy of that overwhelm in the pen? It's just energy. It can go anywhere. But when you direct it out of your hands, out of your heart, out of your arms, into your hands, could I let it go into this pen? Would I let it go right here into this pen? The feeling of overwhelm. I am willing. And when am I willing to do that? Tomorrow. That's okay. There is no wrong answer here. You don't have to let it go right now. I myself, I'm willing and ready to let that go now. And feel the energy difference. Feel the difference. Could I let this pain go? Would I let this go, and when? Could I pick it back up? This is an important question. Could I pick it back up? Would I pick it back up, and when? Right now. And notice how it comes right back. This is called a Sedona method. Hale Dwoskin came up with this 1990s. Anyway, it's an inquiry that helps you. Well, Lester Levinson came up with it, and then Hale Dwoskin wrote a book about it. So I wanted to give credit to the correct person. But it's a simple process, and it just brings an awareness to what you're holding on to that no longer serves you. And as we go into this summer solstice this week and next week, right on the summer solstice, we are going to continue with this process of rebirthing what we want and letting die or letting it go away, fade away, what we no longer want, what no longer serves us. And the first step is the awareness game. What is it? What is the emotion that you're carrying that no longer serves you? Where are you holding on to expectations of other people performing a certain way in order for you to feel peace, joy, happiness? That is what is ready to be let go of. When we have the expectations that others must perform for our well-being, we put ourselves locked into a position of powerlessness because we're not choosing our life. We're choosing to react from other people's decisions. As you do this, I promise you will experience more freedom than you have ever felt before. It's so rewarding to sit there and go, I am in charge of me, and what others do is up to them, and I get to choose my own well-being. They don't choose for me. I no longer need to give energy and power to those who aren't living up to an expectation. And giving energy and power means you're giving it a lot of thought. You're giving a lot of worry. You're fearful about it. That's giving your energy to that thing, that situation, that relationship. And when you own it back as being, I choose to feel peace anyway. I choose to feel good anyway. Without lying to yourself, you can have bad days. That's where the journaling comes in. Those heavy moments, journal those so you can be mindfully aware. I could let it go. I would let it go. And I can do so now if I choose. This process takes a lot of practice of becoming more and more and more self-aware. But I promise as you do this, and I do this often with things that come up in my life, you will feel more freedom than you've ever felt in your life. So enjoy the summer solstice, take full advantage of it, and watch your life blissfully transform.